How much? 50K?
Yeah.
So big? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
For such a
This
simple
is a
game.
hyper-casual game. This
Yeah,
is
this is
not
hyper-casual,
hybrid.
yeah,
This
for
is
sure.
hyper-casual, straight up.
Yeah, this is straight up hyper-casual, and it's making 100K downloads a day.
Yeah, it's a throwback. It's just like nice, but I don't think they expected it to scale this well.
No, I think that like JK was talking about it in his
Yep,
newsletter. Like they changed the pricing by 300%. I mean,
And it
increase.
just makes more money.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes more money.
It's 4 a.m. and we're rolling the dice. Matei drops knowledge made of gold and ice. Felix with ads making those coins rise. Jack up designs, worlds chasing the sky. We're the 2.5 gamers, the midnight crew. Talking UA adverts and game design too. Matei, Felix, Shaka bringing the insight. We're rocking those vibes till the early daylight. Matei, UA, master eyes on the prize. Tracking data through the cyberspace skies. Felix stacks dollars like a wizard in disguise. Jacob's crafted realms lift us to the highs. 2.5 gamers talking smack. Slow hockey sick, got your back. Ads are beautiful, they light the way. Click it fast, don't delay.
Hello. Welcome. This is another episode of how to stay 2.5 steps ahead of the gaming industry. We are talking about Epic Plane Evolution. My name is Matej Lančarič.
I'm Felix Broberg.
And I'm Jakub Remiar.
And
We
Are
your
hosts.
Again. Why you're delayed?
We should just do it all together. I don't know. Or just,
Yeah.
I don't know, make it part of our theme song.
You mean AI song?
AI song,
Yeah.
that's going to be difficult. But actually, there's 11 Labs, which is now able to create music as well. So we can do it. We can try to do it. So, Epic Plane Evolution. We were talking about this type of game with Adam Telfer and Steam Ahead episode.
Yeah.
Actually,
You called it, Jakub.
You called
it. Yeah.
I wouldn't say called it. I mean, you mentioned this game
As a trend.
and as a trend, but also mentioned Epic Plane Evolution from Voodoo. Like there is actually a game already, and it was quite small, and now it's a little bit bigger than that. And by little, meaning it actually passed the threshold, so it
It's
appears on
actually
the
epic.
podcast. Yeah,
It's actually epic.
I mean the game is really annoying, to be honest.
For you.
All right.
For me, no, but not
How far did you get?
Not Vulcrace annoying. I still have the first plane. At least I have
Cartoon
two
plane.
rockets. Yeah, the cartoon plane, but at least with both wings. I hate it so
Felix?
much.
I'm on the second plane, the toy plane, and I'm almost about to pass it. So my plane is on level 46. I played this for hours.
Did you get out of the
And I
window?
watched... What?
Did you get out of the window?
This is what I'm doing right now.
Okay. I'm already on World
Yeah.
3.
Oh, nice.
How?
What do you mean,
How
how?
long? Okay, wait. Real question. How long? Well, can you show the gameplay? How long before you figured out you could steer the plane?
Well, yeah,
I mean-
like 2 worlds.
Yeah, it took me so long to figure out that you could steer the plane.
I mean, I found out I can do it in the World 1, but I couldn't possibly steer the plane like in the direction that I want. So
The problem is
I don't think that counts. I don't think that counts.
Yeah, let's start. Let's start gameplay first.
Yeah.
So, Epic
I mean,
Plane
we already
Evolution.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Epic Plane Evolution. It's actually very similar to initial build of Mob Control, where you would just have these like 3 upgrade parameters and that's it. And you would just have levels. We don't have levels, we have worlds in this case. And we have these shitty planes that are very hard to control and can wreck literally on anything. And basically what happens, you start with like just a centerpiece of the plane, even
Yeah,
without the
man,
wings.
That was so annoying.
Unintuitive and confused. Like, what I'm doing? I'm launching the centerpiece and just immediately goes down and crashes.
You know why?
Why?
Because basically, between every time you crash, you watch an interstitial ad, and
Yes.
if you watch one
Not-
rewarded
not-
ad to
not-
double
not-
your
not-
coins,
Not immediately. Like, I think I got both wings and the tail, and then interstitials came in. Yeah, but it would be super annoying if like from the because literally what happens after is you get the first wing, and you know what it does? It crashes to the right. That's just the only difference, because a plane with 1 wing is like as useless as plane without any wings. So then you got 2 wings, and without the tail, you still do this. Anyway,
Exactly.
once you figure this out, so there's the slingshot mechanic that you have, and you also upgrade the slingshot, as you saw there. You upgrade the plane, you upgrade the currency generation after the fall or whatever. By the way, I don't know why, but at some point it sticks energy into it. I think
Yeah,
you don't
second
have,
level.
yeah, second level. Because before I could just like throw it, and I guess it would be very
It's either because
prohibitive.
I think it's a big monetization moment because you're kind of into it when you get to that point, and then you can watch a rewarded ad to get 1 life, or you can wait like 16 minutes. So you either put it down or you come back or you buy it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. So what you do again? You slingshot the plane there, and as the plane goes, you see the movement, and then you try to kind of stabilize it, so it goes constant speed. But the problem is that my plane is still without the propeller here because again it starts from scratch. But for instance, in the second world or first world, I was able to kind of steer it in a way that it stabilizes, actually picking up speed and just flying straight. That's like it can happen if you know what to do.
You can't go back and play another level, right, and show us, or can you?
Okay, well, let's see. Anyway, this is the base reward that doubling the crash money. Let's just call it crash money.
Cash money.
So that's there. You see, I'm still very far ahead from the actual goal, and there comes the interstitial. There we go.
Calm down, Russ. There we go.
Come on,
This is
brother.
not a
It's not
fake
a
ad.
fake ad.
Oh, it's not a fake. Oh, but it's we didn't see this one.
No, we didn't
No,
see it.
this
So
is
good.
great.
The knights
Nice.
pick up phones.
So why do we laugh? Because we talked about it in the Creative Trends
Trends.
episode.
Yeah.
Which was already
You already see on the
live.
channel by this time.
Exactly.
Yeah, link here.
Anyway, once I got some currency so I can upgrade this roguelite. At some point, you can unlock these rockets, which was the booster that I did, which I couldn't because ads weren't working for me first hour
No,
of
it's
the game.
gems. So basically,
gems,
it starts
gems.
off at gems until it gets to a certain level, and then it switches to rewarded ads.
No, it's
Yeah.
rewarded ads for me always, man.
No, for me. No,
Oh,
no,
was
no.
it?
For me,
Yes,
really,
you
It was
are
gems
playing,
only.
yeah?
because you're Android. It was
Yeah,
gems for
we-
iOS.
Laptops on Android don't have gems.
It took so long to me to figure out that I actually could buy rockets because I was like, I used all my gems to upgrade stuff. So yeah,
I
No,
don't
I
even
was
have
like-
gems in the economy. There's no gems in the Android build. I'm not shitting you.
really?
Do you see any gems here?
No, you skip it.
Yeah,
Man,
there are no gems
you-
in the Android
do-
build. Do you have hard
yeah, I
currency
have-
there? Oh, wow.
There are gems. Yeah.
Yeah. You know why? Because Android people don't have money.
Yeah.
That's a really good case, by the way. Like, we should look at this closer.
Closer.
I think the revenue here, if we go apps, it's like 86% iOS.
There's no point to look at revenue. You just look at a daily active user because this is pretty much a hyper-casual game.
Yeah, I know.
But it's still it's 50-50, but like majority of the revenue is coming from iOS.
Yeah, because IP revenue. That we say.
IP revenue. IP revenue. Yeah, IP revenue.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see. Anyway, let me finish the very short rundown because there aren't really that many features in the game. I was actually expecting more.
Explain the energy systems.
Yeah, so at some point they slap energy system on you, so you have a limited amount of tries, basically, which we're gonna use. So again, another attempt. Maybe let's stabilize the plane again. Or no, you can't really stabilize the plane without the
No, you
propeller.
can. Yeah,
Lean
exactly.
back. Oh,
doesn't
No, it doesn't matter.
man.
It
Doesn't
doesn't matter.
matter.
Doesn't matter. No, exactly.
Because I'm missing parts here. So
Yeah, exactly. If you don't have the full plane, it's just nothing happens.
another king shot. Oh, there we go. I knew it.
And then,
See, as they pick up phones, so good.
yeah, I only
Thank you, AI.
have pizza ready ads. Nothing else. Also, have you seen like this great Applavin ad, which instead of X button, it just says open
Diverge
store. Open
Google
store.
Play. It's literally, for me, it says like Google Play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you are cheap.
New trend.
Cheap.
Yeah, so as I said, there's the progression with Universe 1. You start with cardboard plane, toy plane, vintage plane. You increasing kilometers per hour, I guess, on max speed, but you can't really feel it because it seems that they're going the same speed. Don't really know, just increasing numbers. Can I go back to my cardboard plane? I can't, Felix. I don't think
No.
so. Possible. I would lock it myself. If I would be the developer. Why go back? You should go forward because you need to watch ads. So yeah, let's use the last ticket. You upgrading these. For instance, what happens is that if I upgrade this one and this one and this one, there's an upgrade for free, which is actually
That's
the
where you
best.
have a gem on iOS. You have a gem there.
Okay, so for this is the best upgrade cost per money efficiency because you see I'm getting like 40k with rewarded ad per jump. This would be what like 100k basically just for this. So you can do this. Now let me just reuse the last shot and let's see if they throw an ad on me afterwards.
Rocket.
Yeah,
it's best run you've done here.
It's just very, very hard, especially with these like shaky planes.
Yeah, shitty planes.
Yeah, shitty planes. Interstitial again.
Yeah.
No interstitial. I hit the limit. Anyway, so what happens now?
No, there's no limit. Basically, if you watch a rewarded ad, the run after you're out of tickets here.
Okay. Tap to close. Oh, that's interesting.
And you can't do anything.
It lets you slingshot, but you can actually fly off. That's nice. Okay, and that's the game. Like it's super simple.
Thank you very much for listening.
Like it's like one of those old games on Flash that you remember, like throwing Yetis or whatever was there. Like the more you fly, the better, and that's it. Because what this does is that you eventually upgrade your plane to the point that you race to the end of the level. You pass this kind of a whatever, like finish screen. And then they double your income, raise the economy basically, which means you don't get double anything because everything just gets so much more expensive. And start from scratch with just a plane that's like 2 wheels or whatever, like unusable bullshit.
Which is annoying. Which is really annoying.
Yeah.
But you do watch a lot of ads when you play this, right?
Yeah.
So
you watch a lot
the
of
main
ads.
one is they utilize this position that I call like convert or die, right? So if you don't watch the rewarded ad after any run, right, and every run is anywhere between 20 to 30 seconds.
You're just scrolling on the floor regarding progression. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. So if you watch the rewarded ad, the run after you don't get chucked on with an interstitial. So there's some sort of cooldown, which is run. But essentially, according to Sensor Tower, the gameplay here is on average 13 minutes per day.
I don't see this. I don't see it. It's so annoying when you don't have the full.
I like this game. Like, yeah, I liked it because like it pushes forward. Sure, like I put it down a bit quicker than I kept it longer just because we're gonna cover it, right? One of the main things that stuck out to me is like, why don't they have like meta rewards for watching so many rewarded ads to even boost
Legend
it, right?
of Slime style?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's the main thing. Because after a while, you're like, why am I watching these just to get 40k to get the second upgrade of the plane out of 5? So I was just thinking, like, if they had something cool that you could design or like do tricks after you watch a certain amount of ads, that's really good. Which leads me to think, I don't think Voodoo expected this to take off the way it did. I think this is a complete surprise to them because they know these things and they've done so in other games, right? So I think this is a very unexpected, pleasant surprise for them, but unexpected because they're earning a lot of ad revenue. I'm estimating 10 rewarded ads on 60% with a very low eCPM. Yeah. And I'm also estimating around 11 interstitial ads on 90% of the user base because you have to watch an interstitial ads to progress.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I think this game right now is earning about 150, 140k a day in ad revenue. So 80 to 84% is ad revenue.
How much? 150k?
Yeah.
So big? Wow. Yeah. Okay. For such a simple game.
This is a hyper-casual game. This is not hybrid. This is hyper-casual, straight up. Yeah,
this is straight up hyper-casual, and it's making 100k downloads a day.
Yeah, it's a throwback. It's just like nice, but I don't think they expected it to scale this well.
No, I think that like JK was talking about it in his newsletter. Like they changed the pricing by 300%. I mean,
it just makes more money.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes more money.
Yeah.
That's it. Like that was the biggest change. It's insane.
Jakob, so I would add the meta thing for rewards for watching a lot of rewarded ads to basically make it a bit more interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. What would you do? Would you add like I don't know, some depth.
Events meta for sure. I would add events that would give you more stuff, even cosmetics or whatever stuff like that. But there's no incentive to like do other things.
Mob controlled it.
You don't want to mob control it, man. Mob controls went full midcore.
So
gacha and shit like.
So you can.
We want to preserve the hyper casualness to have the the easy ability. So therefore, we need mechanics from casual games, which are the Royal Match meta.
Okay, fair.
So we need to offload the complexity onto the events. So they will do the complexity for us. Well, not events only, but like stuff that's kind of easy to digest for people that aren't really into gachas and midcore and like heavy simulations and stuff like that. Because let's say if we go world 4 to 5, it's basically the same. Where do I have it? Yes, here I have it. Sorry. So this is world 4 or whatever. So literally you slingshotting a commercial airliner.
Yeah.
So
which is amazing. Yeah.
That's quite fun.
Yeah, but this one you can
crash
actually
into a building.
Yeah. I think you avoid it. So there we go. But you see how like at some point like a skill kicks in.
Yeah, for sure. I can see.
Be able to control the plane, not lose speed, and all these other things. So I don't know if you.
There's actually a lot of the like plane evolution videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, you guys saw the other world. Clever cleared. Yeah. So this is what happens. Doubles your income. Claim. Great. He's already gold bricks. Seems like some old build of a game. There we go. This is 9 months old, so this is definitely old. But you see where it gets you. Like you get some kind of a shitty.
You want to see what your progresses and what kind of upgrades you get.
So you upgrade the plane first, not the slingshot. That's also like the idea. And see, this is how it starts as a new level. Like 200 meters is all you can do. Goodbye.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what annoys me the most.
Yeah, the hard reset of this. Because you lose
giant world are you in?
You literally lose all the maneuverability. You lose all the speed, and like.
Yeah, it's like
just doing this for like 20 minutes until you get enough money to actually upgrade the plane.
Yeah, that's why I was like, no. I mean, I already lost my life for Walk Race. I'm not losing any other years.
That's
Can I also make one fun like remark here on like the sad state of that is currently ECPMs for Banner? Because basically in the last 18 months, Banner ECPMs have gone from low to super low. And the main reason for this is basically Max enabling 5-second refresh rate on banners, which has tanked ECPMs.
Really?
Do you want to know how much this game would earn every day if it added banners?
You mean somewhere here
this explains why they don't have banners, right?
300
grand a day.
Grand a day to their 150k. Wow.
650 on the video stuff. So
you know this meme like this is useless. I'm seeing.
What? Oh my god, that's so bad. I remember
so well when my upload was like, hey, we got 5-second refresh rates. I'm like, okay. And then it's just like.
Okay, so banners are basically useless by now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man. I know you were talking about, oh my god, banners are making so much money.
That was 18 months ago, man. Like, not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay. Now it makes all the sense.
Let's look a little bit more scientific on this. So I actually found a competitor called Flight Challenge Build a Plane, which
makes 2K.
Yeah, there's actually merge gameplay onto
Wait. Look at active users, because this is 85% ad revenue based. Let's see if this is.
I know. Just saying, like it's like interesting iteration. This is not that big. It's already past. It's like Prime basically. This was last year September actually.
Active users.
Yeah, no, it will be shit, man.
Half
$500,000. We're still making a lot of money.
Not bad. Yeah, not that much.
How long before we see a Vietnam clone?
You see the country filter here?
Yeah.
Makes
like
US
$7.
Yeah.
Still, a couple of thousands should be.
So some more data here along the way. if you look at this category, this is actually called arcade driving. Yeah, arcade driving.
Arcade driving, sure.
Then if we go by downloads, there's Traffic Rider by Sky Games, which I don't even know what is.
What is this? How did we miss this?
Yeah, Traffic Rider, which means first person riding a bike, which makes 250,000 downloads a day. So we can.
I bet you it's all India.
Almost probably.
Wow. Before it was doing like a 9-year-old game.
Yeah, that's why I would say like it's quite old game.
Active users, hitting record levels of active users.
Oh,
what is this?
I
How
don't
did I
know.
miss this?
I guess it's too old
India,
to
yeah.
pick
Called it.
India,
yeah.
India, Pakistan,
All these
Turkey,
driving
Egypt.
games. All these driving games are getting big in India.
So that's there.
That's why we didn't go.
Then there's Hill Climbing Racing, of course. Friends for Fingersoft, they're still there with their most, famous arcade driver. Doctor Driving by Suit. I don't know what's that.
Doesn't matter.
You don't read my newsletter? It was in my newsletter a month ago. How dare you?
I didn't read that. Epic Plane Evolution on fourth spot. Hill Climbing Racing 2, and then some other. Basically, like I guess 90% of this is either bikes or cars. I would guess so. Yeah, and if you go to actual revenue numbers.
There's Mexico's Motocross 3.
Yeah.
And
if you go to actual revenue numbers, Hill Climb Racing 2, Epic Plane Evolution in the second spot, then Hill Climb Racing 1, Bike Race by Wildlife Studios, and then we have Turborilla.
Doesn't mean anything.
Motocross 3.
Doesn't mean anything. These are all ad monetized games. It means zero. Yeah.
Yeah, that's there. But Fingersoft makes a lot of money on IPs.
A lot of money. It's million.
Yeah, it's $1 million a month.
Which is not bad, obviously, but for the company,
they're probably making
big,
like 5 from ads. So
yeah. So I'm really curious how this whole thing will play out now, because essentially what happened here is that you have a base to create another mob control, pretty much. But again, as I would say, don't go midcore, please. Just like add more features into it.
Yeah, please. Meta for the ads, like, oh my god, give me some rewards for watching my 30 rewarded ads.
Would work pretty well, because again, you already have the 3 parameters right there in the main menu. Like, one would be slingshot, power, plane, whatever speed, something, power, and income upgrade right there. Like, it's quite easy to create. Same goes for the rocket boosters or whatever you have there. So yeah, let's see.
I think it's time for another spring offensive.
I think so as well. Because we're looking at these games and I'm wondering, like, they're making some IIP money, and majority of that money is coming from US. So if you want to make more money in US, you should call Fast Spring, because this episode is brought to you by Fast Spring, our dear sponsors, the no drama D2C partner that's been scaling with mobile publishers over 20 years. They're fast-growing, profitable, and seriously reliable, which is more than you can say for most other D2C vendors. Whether you're launching a new web store, replacing your current D2C setup, or adding a backup plan, a Fast Spring is there for you. Check them out at fastspring.gg and launch a new web shop easily. That's Fastspring.
And when you reach out to them, ask for the spring offensive discount, and they might be surprised because I just made it up.
They will be definitely very surprised. Or say a code name, Spring, that came here really fast. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like checking what are the other things, but there's literally like no other features there.
No, there is not.
Like, okay. Oh, VIP. That's VIP.
Yeah, but this is old, man. I don't think that's in there.
This is 1 month ago.
Okay.
So there's VIP, which is, you go to Sensor Tower.
Oh, you mean the purchases?
Yeah, the purchases, and then check it out.
If it's there?
Yeah, it should be there. If it's a month ago, then it definitely should be there.
VIP,
there
VIP. 10 gems, remove ads.
VIP last.
VIP status 1 week. So it's subscription. Okay.
I guess they unlock it too late for it to make a dent.
It's too late.
And keep in mind that all of these like gems purchases are completely non-existent on Android.
Yeah, on Android, yeah, exactly. Which is only on iOS. That's why it makes so much more money on iOS.
And why is that, Jakub?
Why don't they give me my gems?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. You wouldn't make any purchase at all, which fits into the Android landscape. And I know exactly why you have an Android phone. Because you're a cheap fuck.
I don't have an Android phone. I have an Android emulator.
Which is even worse. That's even worse.
Let's take a look at their UA strategy. I want to see planes flying in creatives.
Well, what do you think we're going to see? Like, that's a real question.
Hypercasual gameplay, hypercasual creatives.
Oh, shit.
This really reminds me of 2021. It's really nice.
This is even sooner. Really?
No shit. Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, but the thing is, like
Gates
the Gates.
For this.
Yeah. I mean, of course, like it doesn't make any sense.
But the
Yeah,
logo
exactly.
on the
100
left screen
years.
is mob control.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually learned how I can fly and steer the plane in the creatives.
No way.
Yes.
Really?
It took me so long to work out I could steer the plane. I'm like,
yeah. But the thing is, like, I can't steer the plane when it's not kind of fully built, so it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, here we go, and it's the same creative all over again.
Great. Like,
just
it's quite clever.
1 minute.
No, they have a fighter jet.
No, they don't.
Look,
see, this is the part you start
this
with
is the
this
part.
shit.
Yeah, exactly. This
They
is the
don't
part.
have a
And then
fighter jet.
1 week up.
This is the toy
Oh.
level, the second level.
Yeah.
And here you have 2, but still
No
you can't
tail.
steer. Like, yeah, look, this this is bullshit. It is such a big bullshit. But I mean, the Gates creative actually here it
Makes
really
sense.
fits. It really fits well. It really fits well. But this you can't really play.
You can't really play. I see that.
Yeah, you can't really play. That's like this. When it's you have
Minecraft?
too, really. Yeah, you have Minecraft, obviously.
Of course. I want to steal as much IP as possible.
Yeah, I remember this.
I mean, let's be honest. A UA data can feel like a black box. That's why PVX Lambda is a game changer. You plug it in your MVP and boom, within an hour you can get clean ROAS benchmarks, retention insights, and even a forecast of whether you are actually ready for funding. No fluff, just real answers. 100% free. Go to pvxpartners/lambda and get your strategy on point. All the ROAS benchmarks, retention insights, pvxpartners.com/lambda. Even if you can't fly the plane like me.
Like the person who was doing the creatives.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, maybe it was me, or maybe it was you. And it was also like this. See, actual gates in the game.
This game reminds me a bit of that Boombit game when you're racing boats down a jump. What's it called? Boat jump
Car
or something like that? Yeah.
It was a car jump, ramp jumping, car ramp jumping, and then everything ramp jumping.
Yeah.
All the different. Yeah, it's like, man.
Tanker boat, yeah, all of it.
Yeah, all of it. I mean, Gonzalo was showing this to us. It's exactly the same concept. Not the same concept, but very similar. Let's see. I mean, this is it, basically. So this is all you get.
So they just have Gates creative? And then
Gates and gameplay.
Shitty not being able to control the plane creative.
Yeah, which is like it's super annoying, right? So
that's it?
Yeah. Pretty much. You have an Apple.
Do you think there's any truth to what I thought was happening? Or that shouldn't be an excuse anymore? Because it's been around for so long now.
What do you mean?
You mean their game?
But they didn't expect this to be.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. I think they didn't expect this.
It's 2 years old, more than 2 years old.
But it started scaling in November, right?
It started scaling, yeah.
Can't even play the play. Okay, it's just. Oh, it doesn't even
That's
load.
not going to load.
Yeah, that's what's going to hold. And that's all.
Well, that's nice.
Well, that was nice, but I don't think it's any like the game.
Yeah, this is fake.
Oh no. At least it's low poly.
Low poly fake.
Low poly fake.
Do like that
how
gray,
it
yeah.
works. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty much, draw your ramp. Okay, let's see.
I'm really curious if this will follow the same path as All in Whole, where like Voodoo will have the ad game, and somebody figures out the IP game and stall is right in front of their eyes.
I came is gonna come in and be like, yo.
I think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But Vietnam will copy this for sure.
I heard you like plane, so I made the plane game with loads of IIPs on it.
Just think about it. Like, it's not that hard to actually put into an IIP treadmill. Like, you can do these things.
Of course, yeah. I mean, would you think like still like the Vietnamese would just bother with this?
If it's having so much traffic.
Making money, man. It's like,
I mean, it is, yeah.
The run rate, 10 million in a year. Like, that's the run rate right now if it keeps going.
Yeah, for a game that's
but it's scaling, right?
So features.
Yeah, this is like a week's job for them, or 2 weeks max. You know?
You mean 3 days?
Yeah, okay, 3 days.
It doesn't take you that much work to do.
I think so as well. But
The hardest part is basically level design of those locations, so it's at least a little bit interesting. This is
AI. Yeah, this exactly. Yeah.
It's the same creative word, like the font.
Oh man, like why would you put a head on this anyway? So yeah, that's it pretty much.
I'm starting to really think now that like somebody will not stall this, but basically iterate this in the bigger game.
Well, now after the episode, definitely.
Yeah.
Sending regards.
Sending regards. Everybody.
Shout out to Voodoo for keeping Hypercasual alive. This is great to see.
It's great to see. It's still up there. Okay. So, dear listeners, please comment under the video. Share any ideas for the episode you might have. We most probably won't do it immediately, but we will put it into the backlog. Because I mean, like, we will put it into the backlog because we have some plan.
Thank you for an idea.
Thank you for an idea. We'll not do it immediately. No, because like the people are asking, like, "Hey, do this next episode." Well, I mean, no, unfortunately, we can't do it, but we will put it into the plan, and then we will eventually do it. So, thank you. Yes, please keep it coming.
Oh, we eventually do it. Like a lot of episodes were actually fan inspired or people pointed us to the right game, but it's just that a lot of things are being done, even though you don't know, but we pre-record these at some point, especially now during the summer. So it's not that flexible.
Who cares?
No one listens to this part anyway. So
exactly, yeah.
If you're still listening, thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye. If you're still here, thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.